Hi, how are ya? It's Traviseen here, and welcome back to our adventures in the Season of Discovery. Today we are in the wetlands, and we are going to continue a quest chain so we can fight Morbid Fell eventually.
Lightforge iron is a precious metal, but it sounds like your quest is a dire one. You've come a long way, brother. With luck, you might just find what you seek. And if you do get the iron, I know who can fashion it into a weapon against this necromancer you speak of in Duskwood. The shipwrecks off the shore here are the doomed Third Fleet of Kultiras, burned and sunk by red dragons during the last Great War. The fleet hailed from Lord Eron, but one ship, an elvish destroyer, Flying Osprey, was with it. It was shipping a load of Lightforge iron and joined the Third Fleet for protection. Ironic that it sunk to the same dragons. Enough history. The Flying Osprey is wrecked to the south of Menethil Harbour. If you find the Lightforge iron there, bring it to me.
Oh my gosh. The reason why I just said oh my gosh is because I just used Shadow Word Death, and man, it got nerfed. This is the nerfed version. We'll use it again here. It's not as good as it used to be, guys. Today's the official day of the, I guess you could say, class changes. So we'll use it here. Only did like 218 damage. That used to be 400 damage, 350. So I think we're going to change that. I'm not going to use it anymore. We're going back to penance. Because might as well. We can heal and do damage with that. And I think we actually do the same amount of damage with penance. And it doesn't hurt us when we use it, so I think penance might be better. The only thing that sucks about penance is we get hit, it stops the cast. But if we have a shield up, then it won't stop the cast. Where the heck is this Lightforge iron we're looking for? It should be just around here. Yeah, it's too bad they nerfed that. But the good thing is Void Plague is now doing 10% more damage, so guess that kind of makes up for it. So where's this chest? There it is. This chest is waterlogged and its siding broken. Many claw marks mar both the inside and outside of the chest, as if murlocs have searched through it and stolen its treasure. But tucked deep within the chest is a single Lightforge ingot. Unfortunately, many more will be needed if enough metal to fashion a weapon is to be gained. Nice, we had level 30. Having grabbed the single Lightforge ingot from the waterlogged chest, it is clear that the murlocs have stolen the rest. Hunt the murloc raiders near the Flying Osprey wreckage for the lost Lightforge iron. Alright, so we just hit level 30, guys. We'll get another rank of mental agility. And that will reduce the mana cost for instant cast spells by another 2% for a total of 8%. That's pretty good. But yeah, it really sucks that Shadow Word Death got nerfed. I was enjoying it. There's a lot of changes. They buffed Druid Star Surge again. By like 14%. They recently nerfed it. But I guess they thought that they did a little too much damage to the spell. So they brought it up a little bit. Maybe they'll do that with Shadow Word Death. Who knows? I hate when they make changes like that, man. It's just supposed to be a fun patch for 3 months. You don't have to make all these changes. You know, like, why are you trying to balance a 3-month patch? Like, some classes are going to be strong, some classes are going to be weak. It's just the way it is. I'm just saying that because I'm a little biased. It's just nice when you're playing the OP class for once. But I still think priests are good. They're strong. Another crate we got. We're getting so many of these crates. It's a shame that we actually have to put stuff in them to hand them in. I don't even know why I'm collecting them. I should probably just keep them on the ground until we hit like level 40 and we actually start making a little bit of coin. Maybe I can fill them up. Oh, we got a warlock down here. What level he is? It's a level 30 warlock. Same level as us. Gotta watch our breath here. Alright, we got put into a net. Let's get our breath back. And then we'll head down here. Also, I heard that there was a lot of bans recently. Like, some people were just getting banned for trading gold. And so what people were doing is they were trading, like, say you got gold on another server in a different version of World of Warcraft. Like, say you have gold, let's say, in Wrath of the Lich King on Faralina, and you want to get gold on this server, Living Flame in Season of Discovery. There's people you can trade gold to, and they'll, you know, give you like some gold on the server you actually want to play on. And people were doing that, and some of them got banned. And the reason why they got banned is because they were probably gold trading with other players who were either botters or gold sellers. And then they got banned, and I guess anybody who they traded with got banned as well. So, kind of unfortunate for those people. And that's always going to be an issue. I think a low percentage of people actually enjoy farming gold in this game. To be honest, it's a niche. It's a niche way to play the game if you enjoy like farming gold, making gold. Some people really enjoy it. I know a lot don't. That's why we have so many, you know, gold sellers and people doing GDKPs to get gold, stuff like that. But yeah, I don't blame people for doing that gold trading. I actually don't really consider them to be players that are doing anything wrong. It'd be kind of cool if Blizzard did that. If they, except for on hardcore servers, I guess you could say. I bet you that happens too. You'd probably trade Faralina gold for hardcore server gold. But yeah, it's against TOS, so you get banned. It is what it is. I don't usually ever do anything like that. That's why I never really get banned. But I understand why people do it. It'd be awesome if they just made this MMO no trading. Could you imagine no trading at all? I think the game would be better if they just eliminated trading. And gear drops are just, you know, character based, sort of like retail. If only you can, like, specific loot drops for you only, and you know what I mean? And there's a chance you might not get anything. If you guys play a retail, you know what I'm talking about. It's called personal loot. It's a system that came out a while ago. Used to be master loot, where you're like people, like guild leaders can like choose who gets the loot, stuff like that, and then they switched to personal loot. Yeah, we can't get that last piece here. I've got a lot of clams. I think if they eliminated trading, like it would suck. People would snap, but how can botters do anything, right? I guess they could send you mail, but then you couldn't. They would have to eliminate like being able to accept mail from players. And the only thing botters could do now is just account selling. That's it. It would make the MMO better, I think. Just eliminate trading and being able to send mail to other people. That'd be awesome. It's worth it, man. I don't know why they've never even like considered it. It's just if, you know, like you couldn't get manas anymore from mages or food and stuff like that. It doesn't really matter to me. It takes away a little bit of the social aspect of the game. You can't really give gifts to friends and stuff like that anymore. But I would prefer like not having, you know, botters ruin botting gold and selling gold on the server. Get rid of that. And then I just can't trade. I would make that compromise. I think it's worth it. All right, well, a lot of these murlocs are dead. Guess we'll just keep on swimming here. Me and the other warlock. Took them all down. We just need one more. And you actually get a pretty nice offhand from this. Once we slay Morven Fell, it's an offhand that I think reduces armor. And it's considered a utility offhand. It's pretty good in raids because it adds an extra debuff onto the boss. You know, you reduce even more armor. It's not bad to use. If you notice, you don't need the extra stats. We'll eventually, we'll get it, and I'll probably keep it in my bags. Alright, well, hopefully this guy's got the ingot. No. There's a few over here, though. There's a bunch, actually. Alright, there we go. We got the ingots, guys. Eventually we'll be hearthing back to Darkshire and Duskwood. And we'll probably finish up the Worgen quest chain as well. And then we'll be done with Duskwood for a little bit. I don't think we can kill the elites just yet. But I think in 5 to 8 levels we'll probably come back and finish all the final quests in Duskwood. I think after this we'll most likely do a dungeon. Maybe RFK. Yeah, probably RFK. And then a bunch of SM. It's going to be the plan. What I mean by SM is Scarlet Monastery. And then we'll start seeing quite the gear spike. It's going to be a lot of gear and upgrades for us in those dungeons.
You got my attention.
Did you find the Lightforge iron you need?
Ah, you found them. Now let's get this Lightforge iron hammered into something useful, eh? There is a dwarven weaponsmith in the dwarven district of Stormwind who can craft with Lightforge iron. His name is Grimand Elmore. I've packed the iron you found into a crate. Take it to Grimand and tell him your tale. I'm sure he'll oblige someone on a quest such as yours and craft for you a weapon. A weapon to give even Morbant Fell worry.
Well, there we go. We're going to get our weapon to defeat Morbid Fell and remove his shield that he uses. Okay, so let's sell some
Welcome
junk
to
here.
my inn, weary traveler.
We are in
What can I do
Darkshire
for
now,
you?
guys. Looks like we need the staff. DOE ring with 7 fire resist. It's not bad, but maybe we'll keep that. Fish oil. Sage's Fortune. Can't believe we've been holding on to that. Holding on to that fortune cookie for quite a while. All right, so let's get out of here. We're going to head south. And going to complete this Worgen quest. I wonder what the levels are for RFK. $29 to $38, so you could pretty much just sit in that dungeon level all the way to like mid-30s. It's pretty good. Dungeon farming is clearly the way to go. And people have been complaining about that. I don't know. I guess because, I don't know, people don't like dungeon farming, or I guess people that are solo questing, they don't like that other people have, you know, an advantage in leveling over them. But I don't really know who's complaining, but I don't know why people complain, but it makes sense. I think solo questers just want a little bit more XP, so it's somewhat comparable. Like, to be honest, we shouldn't be doing any questing at all if we actually want to just get the best XP per hour. We probably should have just did Stockades, and then right after Stockades you go to Scarlet Monastery, and then you just sit in Scarlet Monastery till 40 and then you're done. That's the best way to level. And I wanted to do Duskwood, but we're after Duskwood's done, we're just gonna do dungeons. So why not? Get a bunch of loot, and it helps us get loot for Nomergon. And you actually want to go in there with some pretty good stuff. You don't want to just go in with crappy loot, right? You want to bring some decent gear with you. Our gear won't be that good, but it'll be okay. We'll have a lot of the dungeon stuff. think we'll be like a utility healer the first time we go in. It's probably how we'll get into a run. I don't know if I'll join a guild or anything like that, but maybe I will. The guild I actually raided with in Wrath of the Lich King is on this server. I haven't like played with them in a long time though, since we killed the Lich King. But maybe I'll hop in one of those runs. I don't think they take Season of Discovery too seriously. It's pretty chill, you know, World of Warcraft experience in my opinion. Rating wise, it's not that hard. Supposedly, I don't know how Nobragon is. Supposedly, Nobragon's harder than Black Fathom Deeps, which is good. Because Black Fathom Deeps was, I think, was a little too easy. But I think pretty sure I killed Calorus before he got nerfed, but maybe I didn't. Who knows? But the first time I went in with my Warlock, we one-shot everything. I will admit, though, I was with a group that's probably already killed everything, but I went in, I didn't even die once. So it wasn't that much of a challenge. And that's something we could do, guys. Maybe I could get into a Black Fathom Deeps. There's actually some pretty good loot in there still. So it's actually worth doing every week. You know, if you have a new character, Black Fathom Deeps is, the loot in there is not bad. The funny thing is, the best in slot caster weapon, I think it's, I forget this, it's a rod. I can't show it here. So if I go to BFD, it doesn't show the Season of Discovery loot table, which kind of sucks. But this rod here, it's the epic version of this is the best caster weapon in the game still, so it's still worth doing if you're a caster. There we go, that's 8 down. I guess the rest are inside this mine here. I think this is where Jitter's found can't believe I forgot the name of that thing. Well, it's I think it's the Scythe of Elune or something like that. I think it's called that. Something of Elune. I think it's Scythe of Elune. I think you found that here. Inside of this mine. That's why there's all these work in here. Gotta watch out, there's a patrol coming. Yeah, there is gut spill. This guy doesn't mess around. Let's heal up here. There we go. Probably take us a while to get the tainted ones down. Have a drink here. I don't think there's that. I wonder if there's 6 inside there. There's supposedly some over here as well. Didn't know about that. How many tame ones are in here? Hopefully a lot. There's 4 more in here. Remember the last time I was in here, there was another paladin farming this place, and it took me a while to get all the Taden ones. But since we are the only ones here, we should be fine. It's one nice thing about layers on a WoW server. I wonder what they're going to do with hardcore. They got a new server coming out. I think, right? I think they should release a new server for Solo Self-Found. It'd be kind of cool. Solo Self-Found server would be awesome. And that is coming out in a few days, or well, not a few days, probably just over a week. I wonder how hype that's going to be. I doubt it'll be as there will be as much hype as there was when the initial hardcore server came out. Because it's going to have to compete with Season of Discovery. We'll see how that does. And I honestly think Season of Discovery, I don't want to say killed hardcore, but it took a lot of players away from hardcore, including myself. So I'm interested to see what happens when they try to revive it again with Solo Self-Found. I'm going to play and check it out. Because why not? I hope it's a new server, because that will bring more people. Because everybody loves a new server. I guess, right? I've noticed new servers get people excited. Even if the server only lasts or is alive for, 3 to 6 months. It's still a lot of fun to play on a fresh server. All right, back to Duskwood we go. We're going to turn in this quest. Not sure if there's a follow-up after this. We'll have to see.
Adventurer, to be honest with you, I did not believe that you would get this far, but you are clearly an adventurer to be reckoned with. In fact, if you wish to formally join Master Karevin's struggle, I will gladly write for you a letter of recommendation. Here you go, adventurer. Bring this message to Master Karevin, a few more like you, and we will outnumber the Night Watch. Perhaps then we could complete the work that we few carry on today. Go with honor.
All right. Let's see the note. Master Karevin, the bearer of this note, has shown himself to be upstanding in the light, capable of battling the undead and demons that plague the borders of Duskwood, and willing to join the Caravan family in their cause of light. I would hereby suggest that you give this warrior of the light further duties, perhaps to investigate some of the townsfolk that are under suspicion of succor to the enemies of the light. Yours faithfully, Calor.
What can I do for you?
Yes, what is it? Make it quick. I've pressing matters to attend to.
Excuse me for my cold reception, adventurer, but as I'm sure you can tell, I am an extremely busy man. I see that you have impressed Calor, and I assure you that is no small feat, and that he has given his recommendation. There are unsavory types afoot, adventurer, and we can use the help of all who have proven themselves. We battle against demons, the undead, and those who would provide them aid. Be vigilant, be wary, and trust none who would not give aid to our cause. Glory under the light.
Glory under the light. All right, so there we go, guys. We got an awesome wand that actually replaces our cookie stirring rod that we've had for quite some time.
Where would you like to fly to?
And we got a nice back piece, 4 stamina, 4 int.
Farewell.
And now we're going to fly to Stormwind. And I'm going to turn in this quest that we completed in the wetlands. I think that's what we got to do, right? Pretty sure. Yeah, the Blessed Arm. Just over here. And after this episode, guys, I think we're probably going to head over to Razorfen Crawl. And we'll check that dungeon out. I wonder if you can do Razorfen Downs. I've heard you can. Could be a challenge. I wonder if there's nice loot in there that you can actually, like, use. Nah. Actually, yeah. Wow. Yeah, nice stuff in here. Really nice stuff. Yeah, we'll be doing Razorfen Downs too. But we'll have to level up a little bit in Scarlet Monastery first. That's cool. And then I think you can do... I think some people are doing Aldemon, but is there... Yeah, Aldemon drops level 40 loot. See if there's any good stuff for priests in here. Cloth legs. Yeah, there's a lot of nice stuff, man. So we're going to be doing a lot of dungeons, guys. That should be fun. Some cloth shoulders, level 42. It's too bad. So all the early bosses drop stuff we can use, and then the later ones, it's a little too high. That's alright. No problem there. If those pants are worth getting, I guess we'll go get them. Probably do Razorfen Downs, though, for sure. And I'll try to do a Black Fathom Deeps. That would be fun. Maybe I'll try to look for one of those too, instead of doing Razorfen Crawl. I don't know if our gear's good though. We have no helmet, no neck. We could heal it though. Right? No trinkets. Probably have to get our Warsong Gulch rep up. Good thing about PvP though, if we want to get our PvP rep up for some PvP rep loot. Show you guys the loot here. So I think there's you do Warsong Gulch and Arathi Basin. Pretty good loot. 3039 that you can get from that. I think all we have to do is get up to Revered. Exalted is probably too high. Right? Yeah, it's level 60. Horde is... Yeah. How about Warsong Gulch? Is it level 60? Is it level 40 stuff? Wow, nice level 40 stuff. Exalted, yeah, really nice level 40 Exalted with Warsong Gulch. Dryad wrist bindings. Yeah, there's a lot you can do. A lot of rep you can farm, get loot, stuff like that.
If you've come looking for the finest craftsmanship on this or any other continent in the world, then you've come to the right place. Grim and Elmore, at your service. That is quite a tale you have. And Lightforge iron. Not for years have I worked with such a metal. It will be an honor to craft with it again. And you must return to me later with the story of your battle against the Necromancer. But we get ahead of ourselves. First, your weapon against Morbin Fell. Here is the weapon against the fiend of which you spoke. You're all ready, adventurer. Best of luck to you, and I look forward to your tale of glory.
All right, guys. Well, there we go. Just have to go have a chat with Sven, and he'll tell us, I guess, what we can... He'll probably just tell us to go get him. We now have Morbin's Bane, which removes the protective enchantments around Morbin Fell. And we will eventually do that, guys. But that is going to be the end of today's episode. As always, thanks for watching. Keep your heads up. Later.